Arthur Art Miller, 72, moved with the quiet dignity of a life deeply lived. His hands, marked by years of honest labor, bore the legacy of military service and tending his small farm. He dedicated 25 years to the Army, a quarter-century of unwavering commitment, ensuring vital supplies reached distant front lines. Art still woke before dawn, not by an alarm, but by an internal clock honed by decades of military discipline. His coffee was black, his handshake firm, his word as steady as a compass. His modest bungalow on the town's edge had peeling paint, yet the American flag always flew crisp and brightly lit. Art lived simply, mending his own clothes and handling home repairs, his military pension carefully set aside for a singular purpose. That Tuesday marked a significant day for Art. His old pickup truck, a loyal companion for 2 decades, finally gave out. It sputtered its last, a fitting end for a vehicle that had shared many of Art's quiet journeys. He dressed in his finest, a shirt ironed with military precision the night before, and jeans kept spotless for special occasions. His worn combat boots, polished to a dull gleam, completed his attire. He drove his struggling truck one last time to Auto Empire, a large dealership promising deals for every budget beneath a display of waving flags. As Art stepped onto the polished lot, he immediately sensed a shift in attention. Younger customers dressed in expensive clothes received enthusiastic handshakes and complimentary coffee. Art's presence, however, seemed to make salesmen suddenly occupied with urgent paperwork or phone calls. He felt unseen, a familiar sensation from rare visits home during his service, when civilians often looked straight through his uniform, uncomfortable with its silent story. Despite the cold reception, Art walked with quiet determination, his gaze fixed on a gleaming, heavy-duty truck he had researched for months. He reached out, his calloused fingers tracing the smooth lines of the hood, a silent acknowledgement of its craftsmanship and a long-held dream. Art stood by the truck. A salesman, Mark, approached. A smirk exchanged with a colleague before a tight smile appeared. "Sir, this particular model starts at $75,000. Perhaps our pre-owned section might be more suitable for your situation." "I'd like the full price breakdown," Art stated. "This is the one I've chosen." Mark chuckled, glancing back at his colleagues. "No offense, but folks like you usually just browse these. They're not exactly, fixed income friendly." Another salesman, polishing a watch, added, "Maybe he brought pocket change?" "We could start a coin collection." Laughter rippled through the showroom. Art did not flinch. He ran his thumb over his dog tags. He remained by the truck. Inside the showroom, Mark's voice carried, his gestures animated. Laughter followed whenever the doors opened. "Maybe he wants to barter with his vegetables," Mark sneered, mimicking Art's walk. "We could set up a farmer's market in the service bay." Another chimed in, adjusting his designer glasses. "Probably thinks his Social Security check is a winning lottery ticket. Should we explain inflation to him?" A third performed an over-the-top military salute that bent into a mocking bow. More laughter. Art sat motionless in the customer lounge, spine military straight. The coffee before him had gone cold. His weathered face revealed nothing. A young woman, Sarah, with an intern badge, watched. She saw past the worn boots and simple clothes. She noticed how Art's eyes systematically scanned exits and entrances. His seemingly casual posture actually allowed for optimal response time. His gentle demeanor carried the quiet confidence of someone who had faced true dangers. A young woman, Sarah, with an intern badge, approached. "Sir, has anyone provided information about the truck you were looking at?" Art's sharp eyes assessed her briefly. He shook his head. "They've been preoccupied." No accusation colored his tone. Sarah offered a fresh cup of water. "Would you prefer this instead of the coffee?" "Thank you." The simple acknowledgement carried more genuine appreciation than she had ever received from customers whose watches cost more than her monthly salary. Her eyes caught the gleam of metal beneath his collar, dog tags, worn so long they had become part of him. She also noticed a faded patch partially visible on his canvas bag, the distinctive eagle and shield of the 101st Airborne Division. "My grandfather served with the 101st in Vietnam," Sarah said softly. Art's eyes warmed. Screaming Eagles. Good unit. Good men. While her colleagues continued their mockery, Sarah printed the complete specifications and pricing guide for the heavy-duty truck Art had been admiring. She handed him the papers discreetly. "Here you go, sir, the full breakdown, in case no one brings it to you." From his worn leather wallet, Art withdrew something unexpected. A military, credit union platinum access card, its available balance display showing 6 digits. Art rose with deliberate dignity. He walked directly to Mark, the salesman who had led the mockery. "I'll take the truck," he said simply. "Full payment today." "I'll take the truck. Full payment today." Mark's eyes widened. "I'm sorry, did you say full payment for the special edition truck?" Art nodded once. "Sergeant Major Arthur Miller. 25 years of service, 3 combat deployments, and this is the truck I've been saving for since my retirement." The general manager walked into the area. "Is everything all right here, Mark? Has Mr. Miller—" "Sergeant Major Miller," Art corrected. "Sergeant Major Miller found what he's looking for." Art presented his platinum card. The manager looked at the balance displayed. "Of course, sir." "We'd be honored. I'll handle the paperwork personally." "Mark, no," Art stated. "The young lady at reception helped me when everyone else was too busy laughing. She'll receive the commission." Sarah stepped forward. "Sir, I'm just an intern. I don't even have my sales certification yet." "You saw a person, not just old boots and faded jeans." A man in his 50s stood from the customer lounge. He approached Art. "Chief Petty Officer Evelyn Carter, Navy Gulf War." He offered a precise salute. Art returned it. A mechanic from the service bay approached. An older couple near a minivan joined. A security guard by the door moved closer. All spoke with Art. Service branches, years, and deployments were exchanged. The manager spoke to Art. "We sincerely apologize for the disrespect shown today. This is not how we treat our customers, especially our veterans." Art responded, "The next veteran who walks through your door might not have a platinum card, but they all deserve the same respect." Art signed the final papers. He walked towards his new truck. Mark stood to the side, looking at the floor tiles. Sarah stood at the entrance, holding a receipt. "Thank you for your service, Sergeant Major Miller," Sarah said. "Both then and today." Art smiled. "And thank you for yours, young lady. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness reveals the greatest character. If you believe true wealth is measured in character, not appearance, comment below. Subscribe to Quiet Soldier Stories for more tales of quiet strength.